Hello everyone, my name is Onur and I'm a cybersecurity semester 3 student at the Fontes. During my last weekend, I've assisted the Delta Fontes team with some networking related things, and I will draw out those things for you in a short and summary. So what isn't depicted on this picture is that we had a production hut right around here. And this is where most of the Delta students did their media type work on. They rendered videos, they made compilations, that sort of stuff. The thing I've assisted with was the following. The Delta team had 3 different projects running, which I assisted with. One of the project was the Mosaic. I'll just call it M for now. We had a timetable right here. I will call that TT. And we had something else right here called the red versus blue. So the entire festival, we've contacted the IT staff there a few times. They basically just gave us VLAN 8 and a number to call whenever we needed internet somewhere. The first thing we did was connect the production environment to the Mosaic picture environment, which was basically another production hut from the festival organizers themselves. That production hut, they controlled what was shown on the screens in Apollo. And if you don't know, Apollo was the main stage of the Paaspop festival, which was the most crowded stage. What Mosaic did was every time a band is done playing, they would show certain screens whenever the audience left the stage to go to other stages. They would show screens of basically interesting stuff, and Mosaic was also shown on this screen. If you don't know what Mosaic looks like, it's basically it's basically a big compilation of a lot of pictures meant to, they are meant to look like a big picture if they all are put together. You usually predefine what they need to look like before you actually all put them together. So that's what one part of our team did. They just made a lot of pictures and they ran a program in order to make those Mosaic pictures. Now the issue was the distance between the production tent and the production tent at Apollo was not that far, but it was pretty annoying if you had to go with USB sticks every time you made a picture, right? So what I did was I contacted one of the festival IT staff, and he basically made like a network connection from right here to the Apollo Media Hut, which was nice. We got VLAN 8 on that connection, which basically meant that I could link up my production environment and the VG MacBook, which was what the Apollo main Mosaic thing was called, and we had remote desktop. So whenever you had to make a picture at the production environment or the production hub, you could basically just open VNC and push that image to the Mosaic machine. So that was one portion of the work I've done at Paaspop. The second portion was the 2 other projects, which is the TT and the red versus blue. So there was a small tower right here, and this was basically run by the people of Live Legends. We put a PC in their hut so that the PC could run the timetable, and they would have to capture the video output of that timetable and put it on the main screen or the centerpiece from time to time. The idea of the timetable was that basically whenever a performance is done, you would go out into the festival again and you could see which performances are happening next. Like it could say in 50 minutes Dropkick Murphys would play or whatever at that stage. And that was pretty nice. The Delta students themselves, they coded the entire website and they worked pretty fine. There were some few bugs. The thing I've managed to organize at this festival for that project was basically we required internet connection to this Live Legends production hut as well. We've contacted the IT organizers there again, and they laid out a cable from whatever under the bridge somewhere to the Live Legends hut. When we deployed red versus blue, it appeared that we didn't have enough, they wouldn't draw another cable. But what they did do is they put a switch in the Life Legends hut and they connected our timetable and the red versus blue to that switch. This meant that we could also remotely manage both the timetable and the red versus blue from our own production hut, which is pretty nice. That's a pretty long distance to walk if you had to like reconfigure every time something went wrong. You had to go there and you had to like find a keyboard and a fucking monitor and connect all of those things in order to debug your stuff. This way, you would just need to like go to the production hut and you could connect every other project we had. Well, that's pretty much like a short summary of my Paaspop 2019. I will deliver this video with some documentation, so the context to the teachers become more clear. Well, that was my video. I hope you had fun watching. My name is Owner, and I wish you a nice day. Goodbye.